Hey there, Ryan Reynolds here. It's a new year, and you know what that means. No, not the diet. Resolutions. A way for us all to try and do a little bit better than we did last year. And my resolution, unlike big wireless, is to not be a raging and raise the price of wireless on you every chance I get. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited. See mintmobile.com for details.
Hi, guys. Margot here. I just wanted to give a small intro to this very brief bonus episode that we have for you today. Myself and Mark actually ended up recording this episode. Jenna and I both just had a really hectic schedule and were never able to kind of connect and find a time this past week. So all of the kind of topics that I had picked out for me and Jenna to discuss before the episode, some of them didn't really apply with Mark. So we just chit chat a little bit. And I'm about to edit the episode. We'll see how it turns out. If it doesn't turn out well, then I'm going to go do it with Jenna, redo it with Jenna this afternoon. If it does, then I'll publish it tomorrow, and myself and Jenna will record a new episode this afternoon. So either way, back with Jenna for sure next week, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the episode with Mark. And like I said, this bonus, it's pretty brief, but figured I would throw it out there anyways. And hopefully everyone is having a great Monday and had a wonderful weekend and a happy Mother's Day. Yeah, I think that's it. So I will stop talking and allow you guys to get into this little bonus, and then stay tuned for a brand new episode tomorrow. Okay. Love you all. Bye.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
You sound pretty good. Keep the mic like that.
I like to keep it really close.
Really close.
It's like right here is perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like about an inch from your mouth.
Okay.
Okay. Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
What's going on?
Guys, we have Mark back with us for the first time in a long time.
I'm back, baby.
That's right. I'm really interested to see the feedback on this because, well, let me catch you up for a second, because you haven't done this in a while. We no longer do a sense of place, really.
Yeah, I know about that.
Okay. But I've gotten several. I know Mark, I'm going to be totally transparent. Mark was just shaking his head at me like, don't say it. Don't say it. But I'm going to say it. I think it's okay that I've had several people. I got a really mean email that I'm not going to read that one. But the sentiment was similar to what a few other people have said in the past, that I'm a little like harsh on Mark when he's been on. I like cut him off, or I'm kind of mean, and I'm going to do my best to not do that today. You don't have to shake your head.
You better.
Okay. It's okay. I prefer to be like pain.
I know, I wish you'd just leave it out and just like, let's move into it, you know? Cut that out for sure.
Well, I'll think about it. So I was planning to do this episode with Jenna, obviously, as I always am, but she had a very busy week and that didn't happen. So I do have a few, like, we don't do a sense of place, but we do a little intro.
Well, sense of place is where in my living room.
Oh, we are in your living room.
There's 2 dogs around.
There are. But so I had some things I was going to talk about with her, but I'm going to talk about them with you now. So the first thing is the last time me and Jenna recorded, we were watching Vanderpump.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. But we went back. I was like, the current season is season 11. I think I was on season 6. Anyways, one of the women who was on the show at the time, she said something happened and she was like, if I was going to murder you, this is what I'd do. And she loves murder and anything creepy. It's like her thing. And me and Jenna both watched her describe this murder and we were like, that's brilliant. And I want to describe it to you and see what you think.
Let's go.
Okay. So Stassi said if she was going to murder somebody, she would take tinfoil and she would like form it into like a cone with a very pointy tip. She'd fill it with water, put it in the fridge, let it freeze. And then she would stab the person she was going to murder once that became like a frozen giant kind of conesicle.
Like a dagger.
Like a dagger. She'd stab them like in the neck or something. They would die. It would melt. There'd be no evidence.
I think that's pretty cool, but depending on like your freezer and stuff, like if you have like a blast freezer, like commercial blast freezer, it freezes shit really hard. Like just your ice, you know, like I guess the ice gets pretty hard. Like what if it breaks? So it's like you're just like your ice dagger's just like ooh.
You mean if it breaks like off in their neck or something?
No, it just like doesn't do the job. You know what I mean? Because you want it pretty sharp.
Okay,
know?
let's
It's an ice dagger.
assume-
Plus, it's like it's a slippery thing to hold on to. You're like, oh, ice dagger.
Of course it is, but let's just like assume the best. It does the job. Your ice dagger freezes perfectly. You stab that person in the neck or the eyeball or wherever, and it kills them, and then it melts, and there's no evidence. Like it's like what killed them,
Well,
right?
That,
Isn't that kind of smart?
I think that's really smart. I mean, the only way, I think the best way to do that, and I'm not creepy at all, is that you'd have to plan it where they're like sleeping, and then like you said, like directly through the eyeball to the brain, because it's such a soft thing.
Yeah.
Either that, or like if you're gonna use like a knife or a stabbing weapon, just go to like Walmart and buy like the buck knife that's been created the same mold for 1,000 years. Buy it brand new, and then you just burn it up in a fire or whatever you do with it. You know, like melt it and get it away, because like that murder weapon, they'd be
So
like,
generic.
oh yeah, they'd be like, oh, it's the classic buck knife. You know, there's 1 billion of them sold a year.
I'm so
They've
glad
been
that
making
you
the
like
same
haven't
thing.
thought about this at all.
I'm just saying, if I had to, you know what I mean?
What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Monday.
And it is also.
Oh, Michael's birthday.
That's right. And what did we do for Michael's birthday last night?
We got him a big ass pinata full of shooters.
Yeah, a Modelo beer pinata, and we filled it full of shooters. I didn't think he would be that excited about it. He was pretty excited.
He loves a pinata,
He
and also
loved
he got to
it.
blast it apart with a Yogi Berra bat. You know, boosh.
I felt like very excited about it. My other things that I had on the list to talk about with Jenna was this book that I read and loved. Natalie Buck's.
I think Indiana's commenting on this right now.
I know, she's being very whiny. This book that I loved, it was a suggestion from Joe's daughter, Natalie Buck. Loved it. Jenna, and then I suggested it to Jenna. She read it, and it's becoming a TV show.
What
Super
book is that?
excited. It's called Verity. So for anyone who loves to read and likes kind of a suspenseful thriller, Verity, Verity. It's really good, and apparently it's just been optioned as a TV show. And speaking of TV shows, I was going to give an update because I do know that a couple people who listen to this podcast came here from Daddy Issues, from Joe and Oliver's podcast.
Yeah.
So I know that I've talked a little bit about how it's becoming a TV show, or we sold it to Fox, which I thought meant like, oh my God, it's definitely going to be on TV, but that's not what it means. It means that we can't sell it to anybody else. We can't take it out to like Peacock or Hulu or anything. Like Fox now has it, and until they say yes, we're green lighting it and making it, or no, we're not making it, and then at that point we can take it back out to other streamers and networks. But it's been a really long process. So anybody who's a fan of Daddy Issues, and I've been posting on their social media again, and is wondering, I feel like we're the closest we've been to kind of...
It's almost there.
Yeah, like we're getting close. We're on round 4 of the pilot with Fox. It's like a really interesting process that I've never been a part of. And so I feel like I'm learning a lot. And it's also super frustrating because I just want to make this fucking TV show. And it's been a year, right?
Yeah, it's been...
Is it a year November?
Yeah, I think it's like a year in November.
Yeah, that we sold it, and that it's like we've been working on this pilot. So it's a really tedious process, but if it actually becomes a show, it would be like a literal dream come true, and I'd be very excited about it. So that is for the the 7 people who are here from Daddy Issues.
Would you hear that music from Jurassic Park?
Oh yeah, I'd hear like, I don't think I'd hear anything. You know, when we sold it, remember I called you? I cried.
So excited.
I cried. I was so excited because we just never thought it's something that would happen. It just felt like so out of our reach. Anyways, so we got a bunch of emails to the website. I'm not going to read them, but I do just want to acknowledge a few people that sent emails. Actually, we got one from Lura, Lura. Lura was their first name. And I don't know what she's referring to. This is the most recent email. She said, please stop with the diversity woke. Get a consultant to help you. Because me and Jenna talked about getting like a diversity consultant. One of our listeners offered to do that, which I thought was nice. We're white chicks. Like, we don't know. I know this is not your forte topic, but like, we don't always know the right thing to say. And you have to be careful these days. But this woman said, please stop with the diversity woke consulting stuff. Yuck. No one listens to you to be educated on that stuff. Just be yourself, which I do appreciate. I think that's actually a nice email. And then she said, I worked for a renowned diversity speaker for 15 years. I've had enough, and so has the rest of the world. If we are not woke by now, we are not going to be.
Woke up.
Yeah, I don't totally disagree with her. It was a little aggressive, but I don't disagree.
Well, it's difficult because this day and time, you can say something not really offensive and still be offending somebody.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure. It's
so
a great
if you're
point.
offended, just take it.
So, and then I don't often check the website, so that's why I just wanted to acknowledge these people. I got from Kelly, Kellye, which is a super interesting spelling. Such a sweet message. I got a really mean message from Jean. Not going to read it, but I read it to Mark.
Super mean.
It was super mean, but it was also like, sometimes I think that it's helpful to like have somebody kind of be mean to you. I don't agree with everything she said, but it does force me to kind of look at myself. So I can't even be mad about it. Brittany, thank you. You sent a sweet message. Adam, you sent a sweet message. Kayla. And I believe that's it. And those were, I really appreciate your guys' emails to our website, which is deathxsouthwest.com. And with that, I think we're going to move into our story.
Whoa, I can't wait to find. Does anybody die in this one?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know